high above the rolling hills and winding roads of the countryside, the wind and the sun drifted through the endless sky. They had always been companions, sometimes allies, sometimes rivals, each convinced of their own importance in the world below. The wind was restless and proud. He loved to rush through valleys, bend trees, and announce his presence with force and noise. The sun, by contrast, was calm and steady, warming the land in silence, never in a hurry, content to shine without demand. One quiet afternoon, as clouds passed lazily overhead, the wind scoffed. "I am far stronger than you," he boomed. "When I move, the world responds." The sun smiled gently. "Strength," he said, "is not always measured in noise." The wind laughed. "If you believe that, then let us put it to the test." Below them, on a narrow road, a lone traveller sat resting. He wore a thick coat pulled tightly around his shoulders as he lay under the shade of an inviting tree. "Whoever can make that man remove his coat," said the wind, "shall be declared the stronger." The sun agreed, and so the contest began. He gathered himself and blew with all his might. He howled across the fields, whipped through trees, and rushed down upon the traveller with sudden force. The man staggered. He clutched his cloak tighter. The wind roared louder, dust swirled, branches bent, leaves tore free and danced wildly through the air. But the harder the wind blew, the tighter the traveller gripped his cloak, pulling it close, shielding himself from the cold and fury. At last, exhausted and breathless, the wind fell silent. The traveller still wore his cloak. Then it was the sun's turn. He did not rush. He did not shout. Instead, he rose higher in the sky and shone warmly upon the land. The air softened. The road shimmered gently beneath his light. The traveller warmed and comforted, loosened his grip. As the warmth grew, the man smiled, wiped his brow, and at last, quite naturally, removed his cloak. The sun said nothing. The wind at last understood. The wind learned a lesson the world still struggles to remember. That force may frighten, but it rarely convinces, and that gentleness, patience, and warmth can achieve what power alone cannot. For true strength is not found in making others yield, but in allowing them to choose.